Good morning, friends. On the yesterday's lecture, we started the concept of monetary policy. And if you listen the lecture carefully, you easily understood what is the concept of monetary policy, who is responsible to declare it. Okay, the Reserve Bank of India, or you can say the central bank of any economy, is responsible for the publishing, or you can say declaring the monetary policy. And the main object of the monetary policy is the economic stability. So when you think about the fiscal policy, how the fiscal policy or the policy which is determined by the government is useful for the government, useful for the country's development, same like that the monetary policy is also helpful for, as you know, the monetary policy also got a very much importance regarding country's development, and it is not only try for the country's development, but it is responsible for the economic growth. So on the today's lecture we are going to study what are the objectives of monetary policy. On the yesterday's lecture we studied about what is the actual monetary policy is all about and what are the tools included in it. There are two types of tool. One is the qualitative tools and second one is the quantitative tools. But today we have to first focus why that monetary policy declared by the RBI. What is the necessity of the monetary policy to control the credit supply in the economy? So again I am going to revise what is the monetary policy. Monetary policy is the process by which the monetary authority of the country, and that is nothing but the central bank. Generally, the central bank control the supply of money in the economy by exercising its control over the interest rate in order to maintain the price stability and achieve high economic of growth. In India, the central monetary authority is the RBI, and so it is designed as to maintain the price stability in the economy. Price stability म्हणजे किंमत स्थिरता लक्षात घ्या. जे फ्लक्च्युएशन्स तुम्ही बघत असता, आता बघताय की इन द लास्ट मंथ द rate of onion was just at 10 and 15 rupees per kg, but if you saw the rates of onion today, it is reached up to the 80. That is much fluctuations in the price. Or you can take the example of petrol as well. Means this price stability sometimes hazardous for the economy or the consumer welfare, and so to maintain the stability in the price fluctuations is the main agenda of monetary policy. Another idea about the monetary policy is that the part of economic policy which regulate the level of money in the economy in order to achieve the certain ऑब्जेक्टिव्स. मीन्स जसं आपण म्हणतो की फिस्कल पॉलिसी इज व्हेरी मच इम्पॉर्टंट. फिस्कल पॉलिसी म्हणजे काय मुलांनो, तर गव्हर्नमेंटकडनं केलेल्या ज्या काही धोरणं आहेत, फायनान्शियल बजेट अँड सो ऑन. तसंच मॉनिटरी पॉलिसी इज ऑल्सो हेल्पफुल to object the certain, to fulfill, or you can say to achieve the certain objectives. In the India, the RBI control the monetary policy. It is announced twice in a year. Along with the RBI regulate the price stability for the economy. The slack season policy and busy season policy. April, September and October, March. म्हणजे जे काही मॉनिटरी पॉलिसी आहे हे हा मुद्दा त्यांनी काय सांगितलेला आहे, ट्वाईस इन इयर केला जातो. स्लॅक सीझन म्हणजेच एप्रिल टू सप्टेंबर तुम्हाला माहीतच आहे, आणि दुसरा मुद्दा जो आहे तो ऑक्टोबर टू मार्च, त्यालाच बिझी सीझन पॉलिसी असंही आपण म्हणू शकतो. तर whenever the Reserve Bank of India declare the monetary policy, they should think about the gross national product. Gross national product, as you know, which you study in the 12th standard as well, GNP is equal to C plus I plus G plus X. C is for the consumption, I is for the investment, G is for government expenditure, and X is the net export, right? Means X minus M आपण तिथं लिहित होतो. तर whenever you framing the monetary policy, you should have the broad idea regarding GNP, and which will help you to estimate the you can say you have to frame various types of provisions regarding to the GNP. Now, which are the objectives? These objectives will be asked for the broad questions. The main object of the monetary policy is the price stability, to control the fluctuation in the price. Next one is the control the expansion of bank credit. You know, if the commercial bank are providing too much credit in the economics, is definitely increase the money supply, and which will affects on the, you can say, which is affects on the inflation rate. And so that to control that inflation, there is need to control the bank credit, and with the help of monetary policy, Reserve Bank of India undertake the qualitative and quantitative tools to control the commercial bank in our territory. The promotion of the fixed investment. Next one is the restrictions on the inventories. Promotion of the export and food procurement operations, desired distribution of a credit, equitable distribution of a credit, to promote the efficiency, and last to reducing the rigidity. These are the objectives of the monetary policy. Okay, you have to consider these points: price stability, control expansion, promotion of fixed investment, restrictions, promotion of export, desired distribution of credit, equitable distribution of credit, to promote the efficiency and reducing the rigidity. Now one by one we are going to focus what are the objective. The first object, this slide you can easily note down in your notebook, because these are the concept is very much important for your theoretical examination, right? The first object is the price stability. Price stability is implies the promotion the economic development with the considerable emphasizing the price stability. The center of the focus to facilitate the environment which is favorable to architecture that enable the development project and run swiftly while also maintaining the seasonable price stability. म्हणजेच काय लक्षात घ्या की मगाशी जो पिरियड मी तुम्हाला सांगितलेला होता मॉनिटरी पॉलिसीचा की स्लॅक सीझन पिरियड एक आहे की जिथं बाबा इकॉनॉमीमध्ये सगळे बिझनेस ठप्प असतात, लक्षात घ्या. आणि जेव्हा त्याला जर्क मिळते द पिरियड स्टार्ट्स फ्रॉम द ऑक्टोबर. तर अशा वेळेस ज्या काही प्राईसमधल्या फ्लक्च्युएशन्स आहेत तर त्या खूप जास्त तुम्हाला दिसून येतात आणि त्यामुळं तिथं आपल्याला ते रिड्यूस करता आल्या पाहिजेत किंवा दे हॅव टू कंट्रोल्ड. ओके, द नेक्स्ट ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह इज कंट्रोल द एक्सपान्शन ऑफ क्रेडिट. ॲज वी ऑलरेडी स्टडीड, if the credit provided by the commercial bank on the large basis, it will definitely affect on the inflation rate. One of the important function of the RBI is to control the expansion of bank credit and money supply with the special essential and the seasonal requirement as the credit without affecting the output. म्हणजे इथं तुम्हाला लक्षात काय घ्यायचं आहे की सगळ्यात महत्त्वाचा मुद्दा काय आहे, टू कंट्रोल द बँक क्रेडिट विथ द हेल्प ऑफ मॉनिटरी पॉलिसी. अदरवाईज काय होईल, क्रेडिट जास्तीत जास्त वाटलं जाईल आणि तिथं इन्फ्लेशनचा प्रॉब्लेम तिथं अराईज होतो. त्यानंतर नेक्स्ट आहे द प्रमोशनल ऑफ फिक्स्ड इन्व्हेस्टमेंट्स. द एम टू इन्क्रीज द प्रोडक्टिव्हिटी ऑफ द इन्व्हेस्टमेंट बाय रेजिंग द नॉन इसेन्शियल fixed investment. As you know, for the country's development there are number of investment done in the various project, and with the help of monetary policy we can promote, you can promote the fixed investment in the particular sector. The next one is the restriction on the inventories. Overfilling the stock and the product becoming the outdated due to the excess of stock, often the result is the sickness of unit. To avoid the problem, the Central Monetary Authority carry out the essential functions and the restrictions and inventories. The main object of the policy is to avoid the overstocking and the ideal money in the ऑर्गनायझेशन. म्हणजे तिथं लक्षात काय ठेवायचं घ्या तुमच्या डोक्यात असू दे की रेस्ट्रिक्शन्स ऑफ द इन्व्हेंटरीज, की उगीचचे त्याच्यावरचं कॉस्ट वाढवण्यापेक्षा त्याच्यावर रेस्ट्रिक्शन्स म्हणजे काय, द मेन ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ द पॉलिसी इज टू अवॉइड द ओव्हर स्टॉकिंग अँड द आयडियल मनी ऑन द ऑर्गनायझेशन. इन्व्हेंटरीजचा अर्थ मुलांना समजून घ्यायचा. इन्व्हेंटरीज मीन्स इफ यू आर ट्राईंग टू रिड्यूसेस द कॉस्ट ऑफ द production, and for that you are adopting various types of technology or the various sources to reducing the cost of the monetary policy, cost of the various products, which will help you to gain the maximum profit. But with the help of monetary policy, the main object of the policy is to avoid the overstocking. If you want to reduce the cost of the production, sometimes you took the various steps which is hazardous for your organization, but the monetary policy help to avoid the overstocking and ideal money of the organization. The next is the promotional of export and food procurement operation. Monetary policy always the special attention in order to boost the export. एक लक्षात घ्या, बॅलन्स ऑफ पेमेंट ही कन्सेप्ट जेव्हा आपण शिकतो तेव्हा बॅलन्सिंगसाठी युअर एक्सपोर्ट इज शुड इक्वल टू द इम्पोर्ट. दॅट इज अ मॅन्डेटरी कंडिशन, बट मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम वी आर फेसिंग दॅट अवर इम्पोर्ट इज ग्रेटर दॅन export, and so that the deficit is increases, and to reduces that Reserve Bank of India try to motivate, or you can say the promote export by providing them various types of financial assistance. For that also the Reserve Bank of India established Exim Bank in the 1982. The main object of that establishment of that subsidiary was to provide financial assistance for the export. The monetary policy pay the special attention in order to boost the export and facilitate the trade. It is the independent object of the monetary policy. Next one is the desired distribution of credit. The monetary authority has control over the decision regarding allocation of the credit to the priority sector and the small borrowers. the main this policy decide over the you can say the specified percentage of the credit that could be allowed in the priority sectors and small borrowers. म्हणजे इथं सगळ्यात महत्त्वाचा मुद्दा आहे की डिझायर्ड सेक्टर्सला कर्ज पुरवठा होतोय का नाही किंवा बँका करतायत का नाही याचं इन्स्पेक्शन्स थ्रू मॉनिटरी पॉलिसी तिथं केलं जातं. मॉनिटरी अथॉरिटी has control over the decision regarding allocation of the credit to the priority sectors. तर प्रायोरिटी सेक्टर्स म्हणजे प्राधान्यक्रम क्षेत्रे लक्षात घ्या जे RBIने ठरवून दिलेले आहेत. अँड विथ द हेल्प ऑफ दॅट डिसिजन agriculture, small scale industry, import export, or you can say a small self help group, and educational loans these are the priority sectors of the Indian economy. And for that, whether you are providing the loan or not, it is to be checked with the help of monetary policy. Next one is the equitable distribution of credit. That is very important concept, and it is the main object of the monetary policy, because the commercial bank are providing too much loan to the industrial purpose only. They never entertain the agriculturist because they know the repayment guarantee from the agriculture loan is very much low, and hence they providing large amount of loan to the industrial purpose and very small, or you can say in the marginal percentage, to the agriculture sectors or the small scale sectors. But with the help of that monetary policy, you can equitable distribution, you can do the equitable distribution of the credit. The policy of the Reserve Bank aim the equitable distribution to the all sectors and the economic of the social and the economic loss of the people. म्हणजे तुम्हाला कर्ज देत असताना सगळ्या क्षेत्रांना तर व्यवस्थित द्यायचीच आहे, त्याचबरोबर यू हॅव टू कव्हर ऑल द पीपल्स ऑफ द सोसायटी. असंच नाही की फक्त कॅपिटलिस्टला, अंबानीजलाच, मित्तल्सलाच तुम्हाला कर्ज द्यायचे आहेत. नॉट ॲट ऑल. यू शुड ऑल्सो प्रमोट or you should also provide the loan to the common people by checking his creditworthiness, and whether you are doing it or not, it to be checked with the help of monetary policy. Next is to promote the efficiency. That is very much important. Whatever the rules or code of conduct given by the monetary policy is adopted by the commercial bank, they are implementing it or not, it is to be checked with the help of monetary policy. So to promote the efficiency, it is the another essential aspect that the central bank pay a lot of attention, that it try to increase the efficiency in the financial system and try to incorporate the structure changes such as the deregulating interest rate, ease operations constraint in the credit delivery system to introduce new money market instrument. Means it trying to increase the efficiency in the financial system, right? Financial system, the Indian financial system is divided into 4 category. One is we already studied in the first chapter. First one is the financial institute, second one is the financial market, third one is the financial instrument, and last one is the financial services. And to increase the efficiency of all these tools, structure change is called as a deregulating interest rate. Is operational constraint to the credit delivery system. Means promote the efficiency is also the key object of the monetary policy. Next one is the reducing the rigidity. Rigidity means you can say the आपण म्हणतो ना तटस्थ आहे, न बदलणारा आहे. तर हे जे काही रिजिडिटी आहे ती काढून टाकून फ्लक्च्युएशन्स तिथं देता येतात का, हेही तिथं मुद्दा बघितला जातो. द RBI ट्राईड टू ब्रिंग अबाउट द फ्लेक्झिबिलिटी इन द ऑपरेशन विच प्रोव्हाइड कन्सिडरेबल autonomy. Always remember, means RBI tried to bring out the flexibility in their decisions and provide the considerable autonomy. It encouraged the more competitive environment and diversification. Remember, it encouraged more competitive environment and diversification. It maintained the more control financial system whenever necessary to maintain the discipline. And prudence is the operational of the financial system. Means it maintain the control over the financial system. Mind it, you are controlling towards the financial system as per the necessary. These are the objective we studied in this lecture. I am again going to revise what are the main objects. You can see here the monetary policy is nothing but the process by which the monetary authority of India undertake. Generally the central bank control the money supply in the economy, and for that there are several objectives like price stability is there, control of the expansion of a credit, bank credit, promotional of the fixed investment, restrictions on the inventories, promotion of the export and food procurements, desired distribution of the credit, equitable distribution of the credit to promote the efficiency and reducing the rigidity. These are the several objective, and one by one we study the explanation regarding it, and that question will be asked for the 10 marks. Here you have to cover the definition of monetary policy and objective of monetary policy. From this slide you can easily note down the notes regarding it. The separate notes will not provided for that, the objective of monetary policy. After that, in the next lecture we are going to start the concept of tools of monetary policy. Basically there are two types of tools. One is the quantitative tools and second one is the qualitative tools, and that qualitative tools is also known as select, credit, controlled. It will be cleared, or it will be learn or continue on the next lecture. Thank you so much.